hello, namaste, and then namaste a little longer. Anyway, when I'm not meditating, I like to do a little magic. And today I'm going to teach you any card at any number, or as everyone says in the biz, an ACAAN. Now, that's not the way a Boston guy says acorn. No, it's an any card at any number. And I'm going to teach you a simple version of this. One where you don't need sleight of hand, and the only maths you need to do is to be able to subtract 5 from a number. So before we get on with it, let's think about how wonderful that effect would be.
Create! Inspire!
Hello, you're going to have to excuse the bukkake all over my close-up pad, but I haven't washed it, so anyway, this is how you prepare for a rather easy ACAAN, any card at any number. What I do is I turn over the bottom 5 cards on the bottom of the pack, okay? And then I spread the cards for them to select one without spreading the bottom, obviously. Just spread the cards for them to select one. And we'll use the joker just to make it easy to follow. Okay, now they've selected a card. While they're busy signing the card, because I like to get them to sign a card because it leads you into other routines that you can do, like an ACAAN or whatever. While they're signing the card, you just turn the pack over and you get a break underneath the top 4 cards. And what I do is a Marlowe tilt. You could do a bluff pass, but then you have to be careful how wide you make the riffle. You just say, tell me when to stop, or you can just simply just say, put it there. But I don't like to do that. What I do is I do a Marlowe tilt. So I take their card, I say, that is your signature. I do the Marlowe tilt, I say, I've put it in the middle. Then I tell them I want them to think of a number from 1 to 52. But don't make it too low because that's easy, and don't make it too high because that's boring. So somewhere between 10 and 40, okay, somewhere between 10 and 40. And then as I say this, I say, but it can be any number from 10 and 40. And as I say any number, I turn my hand over like this as I gesture and I put the cards down. Then say they name 25, okay? All you do is minus 5 from the number that they chose. And that is where you stop dealing and do a move. So say they say 25 minus 5 is 20. What you tell them is you're counting in piles of 10 just to make it easier to follow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Square it up a little. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay? Now, you're counting it in piles of 10. They can see this. And you stopped on 20 because that was the number that's minus 5 of the number that they've chosen. Right? Then what you do is you push the piles out the way like this. In the action of pushing the piles out the way, you actually turn the deck over. Then you say 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25 is their card. Now, don't be afraid if it's a complicated number. And by complicated, I mean an odd number. So they say 27, okay? And it's not a nice, like, square number for you to subtract and make neat little piles with, okay? Don't worry about it. Just do the setup, and I'll show you how to do it on 27. So let's do the trick. Let's go through it again, okay? The bottom 5 cards have been turned over. You've told them to select a card without spreading the bottom. Okay, they've taken the card, they're busy signing it. You turn the pack over and you get a break underneath the top 4 cards. Then you do a Marlowe tilt. You push their card into the Marlowe tilt like that. And then you tell them, think of a number between 1 and 52. Too low is easy, too high is boring, but it can be any number from 10 to say 40, and it can be any number you like. And in that gesture, you turn the deck over and you put it down. Be careful not to spread the deck like that, okay? Then they say 27, okay? Now, 27 minus 5 is 22. So you do the same procedure. You stop at 22, and I'll show you how you do it. You tell them you're going to count in piles of 10 to make it easier to count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Square it up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Square it up. Don't flash the bottom. Square it up. Okay, that's 20. 21, 22. Then you push these piles away and turn the deck over like that. 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. Cards at the 27th place. Now, when it comes to cleaning up that last card and all these cards, what I find is you just pull the cards in, and in the action of pulling the cards in, you've already reversed the deck. Okay? Then you put all these cards on top, and you've got a card reversed on the bottom, which is easy to undo, any way you want. You could do like a one-handed like reversal. If the deck is face up, you could do that, but that's a bit obvious. You need a bit of shade for that, but you can literally fix the bottom card any way you want. Also, another way, if you don't feel comfortable doing that, you can get a break under your thumb, and then you can pretend to drop a card and say, oh, sorry, and then carry on. So however you choose to fix it is up to you. You're a magician, you need to work it out. But that's basically the way of doing an easy ACAAN. That doesn't take a lot of sleight of hand, but it does take balls. On the one hand, let's be honest, if you could do a decent bottom deal, you don't have to worry about any sort of fancy methods for an ACAAN, right? You get their card to the bottom, and say they think of the number 11. Now you don't have to narrow down the choices that they make in order to fit the method. You can give them any number. So say they say 11. You say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and you said 11. That's your card. If you can do a decent bottom deal, there's no reason to learn any fancy ways of doing an ACAAN. A bottom deal is very useful. Most magicians don't think it's useful, but it's extremely useful. It's the novices and the beginners that think that a bottom deal isn't useful, and it's more than likely a way of getting out of practice. So if they think of 8, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and you said 8. There's your card. So all you have to do is basically get their card on the bottom, and you're away. And doing a bottom deal is the way to do it. It's the way a pro would do it.